How y'all doing? If you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. We have a game of life. We've done these pretty recently. So I grabbed another one for $2. We have Mastermind, which I've never done on here, but I've sold them before. Got that for $1.50, and then we got a Ben 10 item, and this could be really big or nothing. I don't know a lot about them. I saw a fellow reseller YouTuber guy talk about it the other day, and then I ran into one like, hey, serendipitous, right? All right, let's dig into Game of Life. So Game of Life, this is beat up. I'm not going to sell it as a game, but I want the parts. What I want out of this is the spinner and the cars and pegs. Money I have not been selling. And I have a lot of it at this point. I'm probably just not going to bother listing it. But at $2, both items actually will cover them. So this isn't really much of a risk, honestly. I will actually check my listing. The Game of Life, this money, I'm just going to check that real quick because I listed it not long ago. And we'll see how many watchers we have, if any, how many views we had. And that'll determine what I'm doing with this. Game of Life. I got a spinner. I got chips. I got money. I put this up 14 days ago and I have no views, no watchers. The wheel I've sold. I'm not really concerned with that. But then I start going back and I've got stuff that's been up there for 3 years. So we're going to skip the money. We're just going to stick with the things we know will move, which is, it's interesting. We completely disassembled it. Or possibly never assembled. Not uncommon for people to buy board games and then just don't have anyone to play with, or nobody's interested and they just kind of shuffle it off. So that works. $3 for me. Sell it for $8. And the cars and the pegs are what we want. Talking last time I did this, I was talking about the buildings. We have these career cards. I'm going to pass on those again. So the pegs and the cars I just sold a couple days ago. My last set. And that's why I picked this out. I can automatically redo that listing if it's the same. So I'm hoping I find one more car in here. Come on. Gray. Bunch of pegs. Oh, there's the car. That. 6 cars. Then the pegs, there's going to be like, I think it's 50 is the amount. And they're all over the box. Bear with me. All right, so I counted them up. I had 43 pegs. The last one I did had 49. It sold right away. $8. Free for me. So we're already in the black. Not bad at all. Which is good because I took a chance on the other two. So Mastermind, I've sold them in the past complete. They didn't move briskly, and I don't think they sold for a lot. But it's something that I figured the parts would be good for, just like I'm doing now. And it was only $1.50. And then we get that Ben 10 piece. So let's look at Mastermind. All right, so this is a fun game. What it is you have to guess the combination. And you have this many moves to do so. So you put in your pegs, and it has to be, you're trying to guess the correct order, like it shows in the, this guy won. And the person you're playing against puts the pegs in to let you know white means correct color, wrong order. And black means correct color, correct order. So, fun game. There's a lot of stuff like it virtually now. So, and honestly, as a two-player game, it's probably not actually like entertaining. It's probably something that you could do and talk, because obviously you're not going to get distracted because you can see what you've done already. The other person doesn't really have to interact much. So it might be like a fun barroom or drinking game, but not really like a real sit down, play it kind of game. And like I said, digital stuff can sometimes wipe out an entire game concept because you can just play stuff like this on your phone. All kinds of guessing games. But I've sold them before, and I bet if there's a good amount of pegs, I could get a listing for the pegs that pays $150. And we have tons of pegs. Now this is one where I couldn't hear the pegs when I moved it, and made me think, what if there's nothing in there? But then I heard a rustling, and I assumed they were bagged. And that is exactly the deal. All the pegs are here. I'm not going to bother selling this board. It looks like it's actually not complete. I thought there's covers on it. Maybe an older version had covers where you could travel with it. Because this would be like a really good car game for kids. Think about like back before kids didn't have their own cell phones. You know, you have a backseat game. And this would be a good thing to put on the seat between you and play it that way. But my kids are too young to conceptualize that kind of thing at the moment. So we'll do pigs. We'll see. I don't know anything about how these sell because like I said, it was $150. So almost can't miss. Let's dig into this one. So I just put in Mastermind parts. We have 104 listings. So, you know, I didn't really think about it. You could make the game more difficult with more color options. So people have either taken them from other games, or maybe there were different versions with different sets of colors, and now you can combine them. That actually makes this a little more interesting. Like, we got this one, but they don't have the black. Weird. 6 colors. 2, 3. The original have more than 6? What do we got? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's different? There's an orange instead of a black. Okay. So this is 6. But just a thought you could do that. Yeah, we got the different sets of pegs. We also have the smaller ones are for the person to show what you're guessing, basically. I was just going to do it as one bit. So we'll see. 104 Mastermind parts. How many sold? 19. So yeah, I mean, it's not robust necessarily, but people are selling for actually decent money. That's odd. Okay. I'll probably just sell mine for 8. It's not going like crazy, but that's really what I was thinking. That justifies the purchase, and down the road, if I find any of these for like $2, I know I can get that money out of it. All right, so let's look at this Ben 10 thing. All right, so this one's a mystery to me. Now, a couple of days ago, a toy reseller YouTube guy posted a video saying he grabbed one of these at what's called a car boot in the UK, which sounds like Trunk or Treat in the US, but with selling stuff. And he said they do very well. So this was $1. I don't know anything about it, and we're going to define what very well means. So first we're going to see the works. Could be very well means $5, but I kind of trust them. Not be full of it. These batteries are totally bloated and no good. Now, these little batteries go bad in a hurry, so hoping I have some that actually work. All right, put that down. Got a light. I don't know if it's supposed to do anything. There's like a switch. What does this do? This opens. That's the light. Odd. Something clicked. It's not making any noise, but I don't know if it's supposed to. So it says 2010 Bondi. I don't know anything about it, honestly. It doesn't look like it has a speaker. So it might be the batteries I put in are really crappy. So that popped out and stayed out. I don't know. I am going to look this up and see what it's supposed to do before we proceed. All right, so bad news is, so this is called there's a bunch of these, and now I've gone down the rabbit hole a little bit, and I understand in the future what these are. There's a lot of different ones. These were very popular, and I'm sure some of them will carry more value than others. But what this is the Omnimatrix Revolution Ultimatrix, and it's missing. There's these two pieces here. There was a piece that folded out to make a platform. And when you hit this, it launched something. It was almost like a Beyblade. It was an alien. It would come out down the ramp. Such as it is. It wasn't a very big ramp. I don't think it would probably be integral to this. But it is missing. And I don't have any of the spinning guys. So I'm guessing this is probably not going to have any value or very limited value because I'm missing this thing that makes it work. The toy has value, but like action figures, the thing that ends up having the most value are the little parts that go missing. Everybody's trying to make theirs complete. So let's look at what we got here. Ben 10 Revolution Ultra Matrix. Ultimatrix? Yeah, whatever I put in. Got 52 of them. So we have the figures people are selling for $15. I have one of the units missing that ramp, but it appears to have a guy for $45. Light up working. New in box, $150. This may have value. I'm not sure why, but it may. $40 from Serbia. 12 watchers on that. Okay. 50. This one has the platform. So the platform's missing on about half of these, so I don't feel so bad now. All right, anyways. So we got 52 for sale for a lot of money. 15 sold. We had one that sold with 7 figures for $100. We got one no discs, $50. Okay. No discs. All right. So this is going to go. This is going to go for some amount of money. Now, not to be confused with this one that has this little button here. That is not the same one. There's quite a few of these. And that one's also different. So there's variances on these, but it must have lapped and... Oh, okay, that's why. Fewer results. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell it for a lot less than everybody because I got it for $1 and I have the ability to do that because I put nothing into it. So making sure we have the right one. We're going to have to look and make sure these don't make noise because this one does not. It doesn't have a speaker, so I kind of suspect it doesn't. But I'm guessing because this one, it appears to be incomplete on account of they don't show it open. Okay, no, theirs is complete. They got the disc thing. Okay. So 40, 50. If I sell this for 35 bucks, I can pretty much guarantee it's gone immediately. You know what? I'm going to do 30 bucks. 30 bucks free shipping. Be about there. So that was an awesome pickup. Thumbs up to, I want to say it was Tommy Toothpaste Toys for that tip. Yeah, I'll have to go shout him out on that video and let him know I picked one up because I saw it in the wild. Yeah, great pickup for $1. Provided it doesn't make noise. I don't think it does, but we're going to look it up. So, yeah, good day in the field today. $4.50 for 31. I'll take that every day. So if you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.